Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Thank you all for being here today. Continue to bear with me while I fix things up and do things a little different. But I'm here. Like I said, I'm not sure what time I can be here, but please subscribe to the channel and you will get a notification as to when I'm here. So thank you for joining me here tonight. Um, I hope everyone had a great week and day. And let's get into this topic of discussion. And the title is Never Give Up on Your Healing. It is necessary for your growth. Never give up on your healing because it is necessary for your growth. I had to think about that for a while, especially when I was going through a lot of trials and tribulations before I got to the point in life where I am today. Sometimes when the healing process seems slow, difficult, and it just seems like we're not getting anywhere, we might feel like giving up. I remember being in that space for a long time because things felt like turtle slow. And I was putting in work and it just felt like nothing was happening. I was also praying to God, asking Him for help. And, it just seemed like things were just going very slow. And that's the time when we should persevere, bite through, crawl through all the feelings, the emotions, the ups and downs. We can't give up on ourselves, people. We can't. Never give up on you. We have to make ourselves a priority. And these things like healing and growing and evolving, it doesn't come with an instruction book. We have to go through things. It's just like going through something, and we have to go through trials and errors until we, you know, perfect what it is that we're doing. In this case, we don't perfect it, but we find creative ways to get through it so that we don't give up on ourselves. Never give up on you, ever. And when you're going through these things and you are on this journey to heal, you have to make yourself a priority. I mean, you take care of your business and responsibilities and etc. However, you have to make yourself a priority, because healing is not easy, especially when you have to heal your physical and mental health. How do you expect um, for other people to be there and support you and uplift you if you give up on you? You have to keep going. And even if you don't see the desired results at first, you will see them if you don't give up. Keep moving forward and you will eventually see the fruits of your hard labor. I promise you that, because it took me a while to see that, but I didn't give up. I was determined to move forward as God was there for me. As I talk to you guys about this, it's a little emotional because I remember everything that I've gone through, and it just, felt like walls were closing in, people were gone. It's like, being abandoned by yourself to do the work. But I had God, and He was helping me, and I couldn't give up on myself. If God didn't give up on me, how am I going to give up on me? I had to keep moving somehow, and I didn't know how I was going to do it. The first step was therapy. And as I started to do the work with therapy, I started finding some creative ways to help myself, like music and, you know, putting together puzzles and doing things to stimulate my mind mentally so that I could keep moving forward. And what happened to me, guys, also that I haven't talked about yet, but I'm going to talk about it here right now. During the most difficult time, especially after I lost my mother and dog, um, I was in so much pain for a long time. I didn't want to go outside. We didn't go out much anyway because we was doing a shutdown. So I spent a lot of time alone, crying and just wondering why all these things was happening. And then I spent a lot of time online because we were indoors. We couldn't work the only thing we could do during the shutdown is go out to the supermarket. Remember that time, guys? And all we could do is go to the supermarket and come back. So I was online researching, reading things, learning, etc. And I came across a poem. You know, I read this poem during my most difficult times when I felt like I couldn't move and move on or go on. It's called Footprints in the Sand. Some of you guys might be familiar with it, but I wrote it down. I took a minute to look it up and write it down again because it's been so long since I've read it. It says, my precious child, I love you and I would never leave you. During your times of trials and suffering, when you see only one set of footprints, it was then that I carried you. And this poem was, when I dug deeper into it, was about a man who was walking with God on the sand. And at first, there was two sets of footprints. And as things started to get difficult and he felt like he couldn't go on anymore, then he noticed it was only one set of footprints. And God was saying to him that it was at that particular time when you felt like you couldn't move or go on, I carried you. So it's called Footprints in the Sand. If you guys haven't read that, look that up. That made me cry and it was emotional for me, especially during everything that I was going through, because I was telling God, you know what? It seems like I'm going through this alone. I don't have support. But God was saying, I got you. Don't give up on you. Never give up on yourself, people, and never lose hope. Things are going to get difficult. You know, it's going to feel like the walls are closing in, but you have to persevere, bite through, crawl through it, and let yourself feel what you feel, but don't give up on you. You know, it is important for your physical and mental health. You know, there's no growth if you don't heal the pain. You know, I grew up in a house where what happens here stays here. But as I got older, I learned that what happens here that stays in this house, nobody ever is healing anything because it's stagnated and stuck within you. And then you wonder why you have all these problems and things that happen in life because you never healed those hurts. And, you know, as I went through therapy, I started to look at these things and had to do the work to heal them. And it wasn't easy, but I never gave up, even though there was times I felt like I wanted to. If you can continue, guys, to hang on just a little longer, because somebody needs to hear this message today. If you can just hang on just a little longer, God will carry you to that finish line. I promise you, if you trust Him and ask Him for help and reach out to Him, and you're in the upright, you're not out there hurting people, setting somebody up for failure, you know, and you do it, you ready to do the work, God will help you. When you feel like giving up or giving in, remember it is better to heal and to be at peace instead of broken down into pieces. That's the message today. It's not a long one, but somebody needs to hear it because people are hurting deep down in their spirit and souls, and they think there's no way out. They feel like they're drowning in some quicksand and they're reaching out for help and they feel like there is no help. Continue to move forward. And that's the time you turn to God and you ask God to help me because I can't do this alone. Never give up on yourself. It is so important for your mental and physical health. Please share this video with other people who you know that need to hear the message. Everyone doesn't talk about what they're going through, but listening to these videos will lift you up and motivate you because I'm talking from personal experience. And if I can do these things without people and support, but only the support of God Himself, but I never gave up, you guys can do it too. It's not easy, but it's well worth it at the end because you will see the results that you want and need to see. And you will be proud of yourself that you move forward. Thank you all for being here. This is Lisa, always shedding love and light and encouraging you to keep moving forward and to never give up on yourself. Thank you guys, and I'll be back tomorrow. Please subscribe to the channel, invite others to do the same so that you know when I'm here and you can join me here. Thank you again and have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.